Hello students, welcome to all. In this lecture, we are going to study the digestion and conditions for good precipitation. So, digestion means what? Digestion, it is a process which is generally used in gravimetric analysis before filtration of the precipitate. Digestion means it is a process of allowing the precipitate to stand for 10 to 24 hours at room temperature, or sometime that precipitate is warm with the mother liquor from which it was formed is called digestion or Oswald ripening. So, during the digestion, the precipitate is allowed to stand for 10 to 24 hours. Okay, or sometime that precipitate is warm with its mother liquor for some time. That process is called digestion or Oswald ripening. During that process, the precipitate is undergo a considerable degree of self-purification. Therefore, digestion is very important step when there is a possibility of co-precipitation. Okay, therefore, on standing for 10 to 24 hours, the precipitate minimizes there is a minimization of impurities which are adsorbed on the surface of the precipitate. So during the digestion, the precipitate undergo a considerable degree of self-purification. During digestion, the following changes are takes place with precipitate. First, very small particles which have a greater solubility than larger one grow in size. Okay, that means the particle size of the particle size of the precipitate is grow in size, and due to that it reduces their solubility in water, and this helps to reduce the precipitation. Okay, then second change which is takes place with precipitate is what? During the formation of precipitate, we know that when precipitate is formed, at that time the particles of the precipitate are irregular in shape. Okay, and they have larger surface area. When there is a larger surface area, then there is a tendency of adsorption of impurities on their surface. But due to the digestion, crystal becomes more regular in shape and become more dense, and this helps in decreasing the surface area. Okay, during the formation of precipitate, crystals are irregular in shape. They having large surface area, so impurities are adsorbed on the surface of the precipitate. But when we use digestion process, at that time during digestion, crystal becomes more regular in shape and becomes more dense. So this helps in decreasing the surface area, and due to that adsorption of impurities is reduced. It is a digestion process. Okay, let us see our next point, conditions for good precipitation. Okay, these are the conditions. If we follow this condition, we get a good precipitate. Let us see one by one. First condition is what? Precipitation should be carried out in dilute solution. This minimizes the error due to co-precipitation. Generally, precipitation is carried out in dilute solution. Okay, and due to that, it minimizes the errors due to co-precipitation. Second condition is what? The reagent should be mixed slowly with constant stirring. The addition of precipitating agent should be very slow. Okay, they are mixed very slowly with constant stirring. This keeps the degree of supersaturation small and allows growth of larger crystal. Okay, therefore it is the second condition. Reagent must be mixed slowly with constant stirring, and due to that the degree of supersaturation becomes small, and that process allows growth of larger crystals. The third condition is precipitation should be done in hot solution. Okay, precipitate is carried out in dilute solution, precipitation is carried out in hot solution. It increases the solubility of precipitate at equilibrium. Okay, at higher temperature these changes are takes place. Why solution must be hot? Because at higher temperature the solubility is increased and the degree of supersaturation is reduced. Okay, coagulation is favored and sol formation is decreased. Therefore, the velocity of crystallization is increased and resulting in better crystal formation. We get a better crystals. So, precipitation should be done in hot solution. Due to higher temperature, solubility is increased and degree of supersaturation is reduced, coagulation is favored and sol formation is decreased, and velocity of crystallization Okay, the rate of crystallization is increased and result in better crystal formation. That's why precipitation should be done in hot solution. It is the third condition for obtaining good precipitation. Then fourth one is the crystalline precipitate should be digested as long as possible, except in those cases where post precipitation is likely to occur. If our precipitate is crystalline, then it should be digested as long as possible. But if there is a possibility of post precipitation, then digestion operation is skipped. Okay. The next condition is the precipitate should be washed with a dilute solution. Okay. Washing process is also necessary. During washing, precipitate should be washed with dilute solution of an appropriate electrolyte. Pure water may cause peptization. Generally, pure water is not useful for washing. Appropriate electrolyte solution must be used for washing. If the precipitate is contaminated as a result of co-precipitation or other causes, okay, if our precipitate is contaminated due to the co-precipitation or other causes, the error can be reduced by dissolving the precipitate in a suitable solvent. Our precipitate is dissolved in suitable solvent and then again it reprecipitated. Okay, this reduces the amount of impurity. That means double precipitation is carried out. If impurities are associated with the precipitate, then that precipitate is dissolved in a suitable solvent and after that it reprecipitated. This reduces the amount of impurity. So these are the conditions for obtaining good precipitate. Generally, question on that point is asked in examination. What are the conditions for obtaining good precipitation? Okay, it is the most important point of gravimetric analysis. And digestion is also important point. On digestion, generally questions like definition or what is the role of digestion in gravimetric analysis are asked. Okay, today we'll stop here. Thank you.